Hey, what's going on, everyone? Grumpy here. I'm back here in Texas for the week. Looking like I'm heading back to Kansas possibly next week. I wanted to go over some things. Normally I try to do these grumpy rants, and I enjoy doing these. I try to poke fun at things. I try to make it light humor uh, because everything going on in the world these days. You need a little bit of humor, and yes, I know this is called the Grumpy Hunter, but the Grumpy Hunter likes to have fun too. So that being said, this one's not so much going to be a poking fun at things. This is going to be a talk about what's going on in Texas right now. And if you've been watching the news at all, you know that Texas was hit with some severe flooding down in the Kerrville area. The Guadalupe overflooded and overflew its banks, and a lot's going on. So it's a big tragedy. Death toll is rising. It's broke 100, over 100 people that have passed. 20 something of those are children, and it boggles the mind that the things that you see and hear. It's a very sad thing. You got volunteers and donations pouring in constantly. Donations right now. I just saw the Texas Rangers donated $100 or not $100. Oh my God! Donated $1 million. You got the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if they can afford to donate money, but they did. You have rumored that George Strait himself donated 2.5 million. So there are people out there that their hearts are pouring out and they're trying to help us the best they can. You've got volunteers pouring in left and right. These volunteers are of all races, all political uh, preferences, all religious preferences, and they're risking their lives to go in there and look for these folks and try and save folks as they can. Yet the the things that I've been reading and on social media, hearing on social media, it's just it's very bad. It's in poor taste. It's very sad. Um, the things that people are saying. You've got a former city board member of Houston, that is on there, and she's just talking about she took the camp where all those girls were missing, and she put her focus on that, and she attacked that camp about being white privilege. Um, Nothing but white folks. She talked about before you uh, come in and you want to help volunteer or you want to donate, remember that if this was a Hispanic uh, camp or if this was an African American camp or an Asian camp, there'd be no care for it. They don't give an F. That's what she said. Okay, and if you, I'll post the video or I'll post the links if I can. Um, it's just in very poor taste. This is not the time to do those things. This is why our country is still divided, and it remains divided because anytime there's a tragedy, these things go on. People get on there and they start looking for anything to bring up their own agenda. I've seen social media posts where it says Texas is getting what they're getting because they voted for Trump. Posts is Texas. Can't they just shoot the rain to stop? Um, Y'all, you voted for that man. You MFers deserve what you're getting. That's uncalled for. This is not the time to bring your political agenda into this. And they are going after the folks that are praying for them. You know, when did this become a nation where you can't exercise your rights as a citizen of the United States? If I say I want to pray for somebody, I have that right to. Why? I mean, I get it. That's a right for them to say what they want to say, but that's uncalled for. There are families and communities that are in pain right now. This tragedy is so bad, and I don't understand the need for folks to do this. There's a former actress out there that you all know who she is. She fled the country because Trump became president. And her hate for that man caused her to blame him for it. What did Trump have to do with it? They're all saying, oh, he gutted FEMA and he gutted the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service reported they were fully staffed before this happened. So what did Trump have to do with that? I don't know. I don't think he did, but that's, if you read the social media posts, that's their way to attack things. My thing is, if you remember, some of you may not remember, but what this nation was like after the 9/11 attacks, I do. This was the most united this country has been since I've been alive. And it didn't matter the color of your skin. It didn't matter your political preference. It didn't matter what religion you were. This country became united because we were attacked. So why are we at this point to where we remain divided? We take pokes, and is it just because they want to be heard? They want to, again, promote their own agenda? That's not what this is all about. Right now, the devastation, the loss of human life, if they would just stop with their agenda and think about the loss of human life. Again, over 100 folks have perished in this, and 20 something of those are young children. Whole families have gone missing. Probably won't be recovered or won't be found whole, alive. It's sad. I've come from a long career where we relied on each other to stay safe and stay alive. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what your political or religious preferences are. We knew we had to take care of each other to make sure that we went home at the end of the day. And I've been in many incidents, many things that have occurred throughout my career where I've relied on my brothers and sisters to the right and the left. And did we all come home at the end of the day? No. Okay, and I don't wish that on anybody. But please just stop. Stop with the hate. Take the time out to look and see what's really going on. Be a part of the solution. Quit being a part of the divide. Quit driving that wedge. It's uncalled for. It's unnecessary. And our country needs to heal and get better. Because the way everything's going right now, it's not happening. And, I consider myself a man of God. Am I perfect? Hell no. But by God, I'm praying for those families. I'm praying for those first responders. I'm praying for everybody involved with that. I'm praying for this country because we need to get back to how we were. And unfortunately, it's not going that way. And these folks just continue to drive and keep pushing that wedge. And it doesn't need to be that way. So, this is my rant. This is a serious rant because, again, the devastation involved, and yet there's another river flooding around Georgetown, Texas. So the rain continues to come, and, the first responders keep doing what they do. They're the heroes. So how about supporting them? Put that agenda aside. Get rid of it. Become a team. Because otherwise this country's going to hell quick. I know some of you are already saying it's already there. It's getting there quicker. So thanks for listening to me. I'm not even going to say anything about the page. This is just my rant because it just sickens me, the things that you see, hear, and read. And this is not what America needs to be. This is not where we need to be. So thank you again for listening. And next rant will be a little more lighthearted, and I hope you enjoy it. Y'all have a great evening and stay safe. Grumpy out.